Number 7. Shrimp that see through times, sort of. Let's jump from blind fish to shrimp that practically have supervision. Meet the mantis shrimp, a creature that lives in deep, dark crevices but has eyes so advanced they make your high-def TV look like a potato. Now, not all mantis shrimp are total darkness dwellers, but some species like the Lysiosquillina maculata thrive in dim burrows. And despite their shady living, they've evolved eyeballs that could pass for alien tech. These shrimp can see polarized light, ultraviolet, and 12 different color channels. Humans only have 3. Basically, they see colors you don't even have names for. Your entire aesthetic is their grayscale. But vision isn't their only party trick. They punch hard. Like faster than a bullet hard. Their specialized claws unleash a strike so fast it creates a shockwave that boils water, literally making a tiny underwater explosion. In total darkness, it's like Flash banging a fish into submission. Mantis shrimp use this death fist to crack open shells, cave walls, and probably the 4th wall of marine biology. And because their world is cloaked in darkness, their punchy, colorful existence is just extra ironic. So yes, while you stub your toe on a chair leg in broad daylight, this shrimp is sucker, punching dinner in the pitch, black with the eyes of a rainbow wizard. Number 6. Worms that eat rocks for breakfast. Imagine waking up in the dark, surrounded by nothing but cold stone, and thinking, delicious. Meet Osdax, also known as the bone-eating worm. But don't worry, it's not after your bones. Probably. These slimy little freeloaders live at the bottom of the ocean where sunlight dares not tread. We're talking the kind of darkness where even bioluminescence goes, "Nah, I'm good." And what do they eat in this abyss? Whale bones. Specifically, dead whale bones. When a whale carcass drops to the seafloor, called a whale fall, because marine biology has a flair for the dramatic. Ozydax worms show up like a skeletal buffet just opened. They bore into the bones using acid, like tiny goth woodpeckers, and slurp up the fat and collagen inside. Oh, and they have no mouths or stomachs. Instead, they use root-like structures to suck nutrients through the bone itself. Like some kind of undead plant, worm hybrid. And just to make things extra spooky, only the females do the bone eating. The males? They live inside the females as microscopic sperm donors. Not kidding, they are literally freeloading freeloaders. These creatures not only survive in pitch darkness, they built an entire gender-bending acid, melting ecosystem around death. Your existential crisis has nothing on the Osdax worm. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing to my channel. It means a lot to me. Number 5. Fish with built-in flashlights. It's dark. You're alone. Suddenly, click, a glowing orb appears in front of your face. You swim toward it, thinking it's food, and then you're food. Welcome to the horror film that is the life of a deep-sea anglerfish. This fish is what happens when nature watches too many sci-fi movies. The female Z, again with the gender theme, have a long, fleshy rod growing from their forehead that lights up at the end. It's called the esca, and it glows thanks to bioluminescent bacteria living inside. These bacteria have one job: be creepy. And they're crushing it. The anglerfish uses this built-in lantern to lure prey straight into its giant, unhingeable mouth. Because yes, its jaw detaches like a demonic Pez dispenser. It can swallow prey twice its size. And in the deep sea, where food is scarcer than a gym and a pizza parlor, that's an evolutionary flex. But wait, the mating system. It gets even weirder. The male anglerfish is a tiny, sad-looking creature whose life goal is to fuse with a female. He bites her, dissolves into her skin, and becomes a permanent testicle attachment. That's not romance. That's parasitic Tinder. So yeah, if your dating life's rough, just remember. At least you're not permanently grafted to someone's belly while they use a glowing head rod to eat strangers. Number 4. The salamander that breathes through its skin. Now picture this. You're a slimy noodle with legs, living your best life in a cold, wet cave where the sun never shows up, ever. You've given up on eyes, daylight, and oh yeah, lungs. Say hello to the Olm, a creature that's basically the introvert of the animal kingdom. But make it medieval fantasy. The Olm is a type of cave-dwelling salamander found deep under the limestone caves of Central Europe. It's pale, pinkish, and has the permanent look of a lizard ghost. With underdeveloped eyes buried under its skin, it's totally blind, but can detect light changes like it's sensing ghost energy. Here's the real kicker. It breathes through its skin. Yep, this vampire lizard doesn't even have to breathe. Its moist, slimy skin absorbs oxygen directly from the water around it. It also has gills, because apparently, one breathing system wasn't enough. That's right, this salamander said. Why choose one respiratory system when you can hoard two? Oh, and it can live up to 100 years, in complete darkness, doing basically nothing. One study even found an olm that didn't move from the same spot for 7 years. 7 years. It's like the creature version of that person who ghosts every group chat and still somehow outlives everyone. A master of stillness. A breathing enigma. A pasty noodle with superpowers. Number 3. Bugs that glow just to confuse you. Think fireflies are cute. Great. Now imagine their weird, distant cave-dwelling cousins. The glowworms of New Zealand. These bugs are less about summertime romance and more about luring prey into nightmarish sticky traps with their fake heavenly glow. Adorable, right? These glowworms live on cave ceilings where it's so dark, your pupils would file for bankruptcy. But they've turned the darkness into a nightclub of death. They glow a blue light from their butts. Yes, technically their butts. To attract other insects flying toward the light, like some kind of insect Las Vegas sign. But when these unsuspecting visitors get close, bam, they fly straight into a curtain of dangling, sticky mucus threads that the glowworms have hung like Christmas decorations made of slime. The bugs get trapped, entangled, and slowly digested by the worm's delicious goo buffet. What's wild is that the glow intensity changes based on how hungry the worm is. A well-fed glowworm is dim and chill. A starving one, absolute stadium lighting. These worms are literally using ambient lighting to communicate their hunger status. Someone tell the restaurant industry. So while they look like peaceful twinkling stars in a dream cave, they're actually manipulative, glowing death noodles that just want bugs to come a little closer. And you thought your ex was toxic. Number 2. Crustaceans that don't bother evolving. Okay, you've heard of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right? Meet the giant isopod, the deep-sea crustacean that took that motto so seriously. It hasn't changed in over 160 million years. That's older than dinosaurs. Basically, this thing is the Steve from Accounting of the Ocean. Never changes his routine, never updates his wardrobe, and somehow still thriving. Giant isopods look like pill bugs on steroids. They're armored, creepy, and kind of adorable if you squint and ignore the whole giant that lives in eternal darkness part. These guys hang out thousands of meters below the ocean surface, where the pressure would turn you into soup, and the darkness is so complete, light might as well be a conspiracy theory. And what do they do down there? Not much. They're scavengers, meaning they survive by slowly waddling over to anything dead that falls to the ocean floor. A fish, great. A whale, jackpot. A soggy boot. They'll probably taste it just in case. What's really impressive, if not totally horrifying, is that giant isopods can go literal years without eating. Years. They're the masters of chill metabolism. One in captivity once fasted for 5 years, which means if you ever complain about being hangry, after 3 hours, this crustacean just side-eyes you with all 14 of its legs. They're not flashy. They don't glow. They don't fight. But they've been surviving longer than humans have existed by doing the bare minimum in total darkness. So yeah, they're kind of legends. Lazy armored slow-motion legends. Number worm. The devil worm. And finally meet the worm that's basically Satan's squiggly roommate. Halus phallibus mephisto. Aka. Devil worm. Discovered 2 miles beneath the Earth's surface in South African gold mines, this creature survives in conditions so hellish, geologists needed a nervous breakdown and a mining crew to even find it. Why devil worm? Because it lives in complete, crushing darkness, thrives in nearly boiling temperatures, and survives on chemicals that would kill most life. It's like if a sci-fi horror villain got stuck in a biology lab and said, "Fine, I'll just live in magma." This nematode is teeny, just a fraction of a millimeter long, but don't let its size fool you. It's a record breaker. It holds the title for deepest living multicellular organism on Earth, which basically makes it the undisputed champion of how low can you go in biology limbo. It doesn't need sunlight, photosynthesis, or even oxygen in normal amounts. It feeds on ancient bacteria trapped in underground water that's been isolated for thousands of years. That's like drinking prehistoric soup and saying, "Yep, I'm good." The devil worm isn't just surviving. It's thriving in a place where even rocks are stressed out. So while you struggle to make it through Monday, just know this microscopic demon worm is living its best life in the molten underworld with no light, no air, and no complaints. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.